Namaskar and welcome to this very special panel discussion on Special Campaign 5.0. This has been looked at by DARPG and we are recording it here at IIPA. My name is Rakhi Bakshi. As you know, that Special Campaign 5.0 is looking at creating not only spaces but also saving spaces for everyone to benefit from it. It talks about institutionalizing Swachhata in governance, talking about accountability, transparency and efficiency. Under the leadership and vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, it is looking at creating more deep-rooted ethos in governance. So today in this panel discussion, we are joined by two very eminent guests here. And one of the important guests here is the Joint Secretary from DARPG, Madam Sarita Chauhan. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you.
We also have Madam Farida Naik from Ministry of Mines and Minerals. She is also the Joint Secretary there. Welcome, ma'am. So talking about, of course, DARPG, which is really looking at it from so many editions. This is the 5th edition. What is happening in this edition especially, madam?
So as you know that the Honorable Prime Minister has consistently emphasized that cleanliness and timely decision making are the two pillars of Sushasana. And his vision is to transform all the government's spaces into spaces which reflect order, which reflect transparency, and which also reflect service orientation. To transform this vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, what the DARPG, the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, as a nodal officer, as the nodal department does, is to coordinate and monitor the special campaign for Swachhata and disposal of pending matters. And the objective remain the same: institutionalization of Swachhata and pending matters disposal. So the level of the Swachhata as well as the disposal of the pending matters is increased every year as we institutionalize Swachhata to bring about more cleanliness in the offices, free more spaces. We also utilize these spaces for several such innovative uses that the departments have put to. We also have record management, whereby we are weeding out the old records, which means we review the records which have to be reviewed according to the Central Secretariat Manual of Procedure and also the Public Records Act of 1993. And this year, the special focus is on the e-waste management according to the e-waste management practices rules of 2022. The idea is to see that the e-waste lying in the departments across the ministries is also removed to either managed scientifically or disposed of to earn the revenues for the government. As you would know that during the last 4 special campaigns and also the monthly institutionalized system that we have of Swachhata and disposal of pending matters, the campaign has been able to generate about rupees 3,300 crores of revenue, and also involving more than 12 lakh campaign sites, involving 13 crore of files weeded out. All these leads to efficiency in the government. The focus is on the saturation approach also. We see that no office is left out. And in this, all the departments of the ministries, the departments, as well as the subordinate attached offices and even overseas missions participate, which means that no office is left behind in implementing all these initiatives. The concerned nodal officers of the departments themselves set the targets during the target setting phase, which we call the preparatory phase, and then during the implementation phase, they execute these works, and this whole of the government approach is also monitored at different levels by the ministers, the secretaries and senior officers.
Of course, so such detailed explanation, we got to know a lot. Madam Farida, if we ask you, talking about waste to wealth, that is the theme, and we're talking about e-waste management this time, scrapping of waste, and then also recycling it. So, would you tell us more about what your ministry and department is doing?
Yes, Ministry of Mines is working a lot in recycling. There are various schemes. We have nodal agency, JNRDDC, where a recycling unit has been established by us. So when this theme of this year's e-waste management has come, we saw it as an opportunity to coordinate and get the people on one platform. I have told my people that this is a platform which is God given to you to utilize it for collecting e-waste. We have coordinated with all the recyclers through JNRDDC, as I told you, that is our nodal agency for recycling. So they have coordinated with all the recyclers throughout throughout India. We are having units, I mean the stalls set up in 56 locations throughout India in coordination with the recyclers as well as the municipalities of these cities. And we are not only though these units are set up in either the central government offices or the state government offices or the municipality offices, collectorates, but it is collecting waste from the households also. Mm-hmm. So the people who are working there can get their e-waste and hand over to there. We have these stalls set up at Shastri Bhavan also, where the Ministry of Mines is located. So people get, and we are running an entire campaign on social media where the phone numbers are given, the helpline numbers where you can call and book. People will come to your residence and collect the e-waste. So we are going beyond the office spaces and we have entered the houses of the people also to collect
I think that's what the whole idea is, to involve communities. We are looking at engaging with citizens.
As Madam has said, it's a whole of government approach. So we are getting the whole of India approach, and we are going beyond the government offices. We are entering into the residences also and collecting the e-waste from there.
Yeah. So talking about innovative mechanisms, what would you say some of the best practices that you'd like to share, which we are watching now this time?
So we have a dashboard. It's a unified dashboard which captures the progress that is made against the targets which are set by the ministries. And at the same time, we have a lot of social media traction whereby the ministries and departments themselves update on what they are doing in the area of waste to wealth. Kachre se Kanchan, as the Honorable Prime Minister had given the call in 2021, and that has really transformed, has led to a great drive in the central government ministries. Some of the waste to wealth initiatives that I would like to mention. Say, for example, in the Ministry of Railways, they have prepared a Vanaspati tree sculpture at the Varanasi cantonment station, which is built entirely from the scrap material. There's a Bodhi tree statue at Atal Chowk, which is again Varanasi, which is created by using discarded metal pieces. Then there's a plastic Rakshas which is installed by the Northern Railways, which is a 12-feet figure which is made from, again, single-use plastic bottles. This is to create awareness on everyday basis as people see it. Then there are other waste to art exhibitions by the East Coast Railways. So the Railways has been big contributor to this innovative and very creative approach. I'd like to mention Ministry of Coal as well. We have an Angad mascot. Then there is S-400 missile model, which is innovated, motivated by the recent events. Then there's a robotic soldier which is installed at GECL, and this is made of entirely metallic scrap, which also is a lot of innovation and awareness about the current affairs as well, I would say. Iron office sculpture from the scrap of offices and e-waste collection kiosks, of course, have been set up by the mining ministry, which is really very encouraging to see the reach that they are, adopting. Ministry of Culture has a scrap bot, at Raman Science Center, Nagpur, which is a humanoid installation built entirely from e-waste. We have scorpion model and butterfly sculpture from electronic waste again. There's a waste to art exhibit at Goa Science Center. These are what we are literally,
I think the list can go
every
on
day.
and
It will be
on. I
and
think
on. So,
the
yeah,
plethora of activities
there's a
happening.
lot of activities which are happening, which shows the involvement across the ministries right up to the field offices with much enthusiasm. And it is not just limited to this period only. This has over the years institutionalized, and that is why we get these continued results.
अगर हम थोड़ा हिंदी में कहें कि स्वच्छता ही सेवा की जो बात हो रही है, तो इसका मतलब सिर्फ यही नहीं कि सफाई आसपास कर दें. It has a broader aspect, ma'am, isn't it?
अगर आप स्पेशल कैंपेन को 1 से लेके 5 तक के आप देखेंगे तो धीरे धीरे इतना ज़्यादा बदलाव ये पूरे कैंपेन में आया है और इन्वॉल्वमेंट लोगों का हर बार जो है वो ज़्यादा बढ़ता जा रहा है. जैसे अगर मैं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइंस की ही बात करूं तो पहले साल हमारा जो रुझान था वो इसी पे था कि हम फाइलें वीड आउट करें, एरिया को थोड़ा क्लीन करें. सेकंड में हमने ऑफिस एनहांसमेंट ऑफ ऑफिस स्पेस पे दिया. उसके बाद हम सस्टेनेबिलिटी पे चले गए, ताकि मेरे जितने भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थे माइंड से रिलेटेड वहाँ पे हमने रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम इस दौरान में लगवाया, सोलर पैनल्स इसमें लगवाए, इको गार्डन बनवाया. तो यही सारे, जैसे मैडम ने बताया, सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने यही करना. उसका स्कोप हम लोग खुद ही अपनी बेसिस पे बढ़ाते गए. और वो जो सिर्फ शुरू हुआ था कि मैनेजिंग एफिशिएंसी, रिकॉर्ड मैनेजमेंट, ये उससे वो बढ़कर आज जो है वो इस लेवल पे पहुंच गया कि हम पूरे एनवायरनमेंट की बात करें. हम रिसाइकलिंग पे आ गए, हम इको वेस्ट पे ई वेस्ट पे आ गए, हम रिसाइकलिंग पे आ गए. तो स्कोप इसका हमने जो है वो काफ़ी, हम सब ने मिलके जो है वो काफ़ी बढ़ा दिया.
Actually, talking about the broad dimensions, it's about cleanliness, of course, increasing productivity, efficiency, accountability, transparency, as we are saying, but also, somewhere benefiting the overall economy as well, because we are saving a lot. You talked about revenue generation when we sell scrap. So would you like to give a message also as to how we collectively are looking at some of the positive aspects through this campaign?
So, through this campaign, one important message that comes out is that waste is value. And it is something that we need to actually pay attention to in the offices, in the public interaction spaces, at homes as well, and in the more as a community responsibility. So if you see an office space, it also becomes an area where the belongingness has to be institutionalized. And once that is done, the area is cleaned, space is freed, it not only becomes a good space working environment, and we have testimonies from our own staff who now find and feel it very good to work in that environment. It also becomes a very good experience for the public who visit those offices, and it's a very good public dealing experience for them also. And somewhere a clean space also maybe generates a good public interaction also. So the idea is that more and more it becomes public centric, public oriented. We are able to also give better public service. The record management is one of the very important aspects because it is related with public grievances also to some extent. So grievances and also pendencies in terms of public grievances or references from the MPs, references from the state governments, the PMO references, the parliamentary assurances, all of them, some or the other, carry the aspect of public service. And so once these are attended to on priority, it definitely leads to Sushasan. It increases the efficiency of the government. And so this campaign has also contributed to that to a large extent, and that has been one of the very central objectives of the campaign. Over the years, more than around 12 lakh grievances have been redressed, and the space that is freed has been put to a lot of good use. Some ministries have opened cafeterias, at some places public libraries have been opened. So overall benefit to the community is large, and the community involvement and the whole of the government approach involvement with monitoring at all levels is all helping to achieve these objectives.
Ma'am, our Honorable Prime Minister has given the call of how to reach the Viksit Bharat Sankalp. So how are you looking at it? I mean, how the ministry and department is really looking at this campaign and achieving those targets? I mean, the past achievements are there of this earlier editions as well.
See, as Madam was saying, it's a inclusivity which is an efficiency in the government, what we look at through this campaign. So when the issues are addressed properly, when you include the citizens, you work together towards the achievement of Viksit Bharat. Like if I see for my ministry, we are looking at the critical minerals, which is very essential for the Viksit Bharat. It's minerals which are used. So through this recycling and collecting the e-waste is a source of critical minerals. Right now, mining is not happening of the critical minerals. So we are looking at the scrap through generating critical minerals through the scrap, and which is being used. So this is a way of taking India towards Viksit Bharat, getting the reducing our dependability outside.
Any message as we are now concluding this discussion? I think a lot of information coming in, very valuable inputs, and I think it's all for the benefit of one and all. But the last message on this show.
So the father of the nation, of course, laid a lot of emphasis on cleanliness, and cleanliness is next to godliness. This message should percolate across the communities as important as we move towards Viksit Bharat. As a nation, we must be seen as a nation that values hygiene, cleanliness in all aspects of their life, at home, in the communities, and as a matter of our cultural ethos. So it should not be as a matter of some particular time or when we clean our homes or we clean. It should this cleanliness should become a habit, and for that, this step that is taken by the government for transforming the government for public service delivery, for making it citizen orientated. What is required is that the cleanliness should become habit, and we must be able to reduce the pendency to make the government more transparent, more easily, responsive to the citizens. So the message is that the idea of cleanliness should not be lost to few people or sections or days of a year.
I think there are a lot of beautiful dimensions. Of course, environmental responsibility is one of that, and optimization of resources,
Yes.
and many other elements which are all coming together in these campaigns. And now it's the 5th edition, and it goes on, I'm sure. And each time we are learning, isn't it, ma'am?
Yeah. Every time, as I told you, every time I'm seeing that the scope is expanding. And the best part is that it's not been expanded from top. It is expanded from the enthusiasm and the creativity of the people who are involved into it. This is what I have noticed. So this is something very beautiful about this entire campaign. To tell you very frankly, when this campaign was started, I never imagined that it will go to
This large scale.
and the large scale, and it will be a continuous effort, and every year people will participate it with so much enthusiasm. Now we look forward कि इस campaign में what new we need to do, what new we have to do. So, and this I have seen across the ministries. So
कुछ नया करें, कुछ बेहतर करें.
कुछ नया करें, कुछ बेहतर करें. ये जो है, ये जज्बा जो है वो नजर आता है साफ. इसलिए आप देखेंगे हर कैंपेन में मैडम की लिस्ट खत्म नहीं हो रही है आपको बताने के लिए.
जी बिल्कुल.
So, ये बहुत खूबसूरत बात है.
जी बिल्कुल. On this beautiful note, we are wrapping up this show, but we'll continue these conversations which are very, very insightful, because we are gaining such beautiful insights, and also so much of detail about how this special campaign 5.0 is progressing. We'll keep you updated with more updates on the progress and evolution as we go on with more interviews here as well. So thank you so much for watching, and namaskar.